Ranade was born on 25th January 1862. Ramabai was barely actually 11 years old when she was married to Madhav Govind Ranade, a renowned lawyer of Maharashtra who later became the Justice Mahadev Govind Ranade, very popular. In those days, it was considered almost a sin for a girl to know to read and write. Ramabai had never gone to school and was an absolute illiterate at the time when she got married to Justice Madhav Govind Ranade. Now, I say a word about Justice Ramadev before I talk further about Ramabai Ranade, since we are talking about the pioneer women of Indian Renaissance. You see, Justice Ramadev was, his name stood very high as a social reformer in Maharashtra, besides his legal knowledge and rightful judgment, and being a transparent judge. He worked for women's education. He worked tirelessly against child marriages. He propagated widows' remarriage and removal of untouchability. He has the credit of sponsoring the first widow remarriage in Bombay in 1869. Ramabai was singularly lucky to have married such an uncommon and a wonderful man. Scholar, idealist, and at the same time a revolutionary social activist. Ramabai later on gave a very beautiful account of her married life in her autobiography Memoirs. While Mahadev Ranade pioneered the cause of women's education, his wife Ramabai spent all her time and energy on making them self-reliant and economically independent. Ramabai made a mission to educate herself so that she could be an equal partner in the active life led by her husband. First, she became his devoted disciple, and then slowly took over the work of his secretary, and later as his trusted friend. Her contribution to gender equality and social justice was quite complementary to what her husband was doing. The progress of women in the last 20 years of the 19th century and the first 25 years of the 20th century, my friend, was due to few dedicated men and women, amongst whom Ramabai name remains outstanding. She actually mastered the art of speaking effectively in public and was fluent both in Marathi and English. From 1893 to 1901, Ramabai was at the peak of her popularity in her social activities. She also established the Hindu Ladies Social and Literary Club in Bombay and started a number of classes to train women in language, general knowledge, tailoring, and handwork. Special classes were conducted to teach English. After her death of the husband in 1901, Ramabai left Bombay and came to Pune and stayed at her old ancestral house near the Ray Market, now called Phule Market. For 1 year, she completely shut herself in the old house. And exactly in 1902, she published a collection of Justice Ranade's lecture on religion. Ramabai came out of her self-imposed isolation in 1904 to organize the first Bharat Mahila Parishad in Bombay. My friend, the date 29 December 1904 should be written in golden letters, because on this day women from all faiths, caste and classes got together to work for women's development. Ramabai tirelessly worked for another 25 years for the women's education, legal rights, equal status, general awakening, and encouraging them particularly to enter the nursing profession, which was not taken in a good light those days. She established the Seva Sadan Society in Bombay, which substituted a home beyond home for a number of distressed women. Mahatma Gandhi, in his tribute to young India, said on her death that the death of Ramabai Ranade was a great national loss. The Seva Sadan established by her will ever remain a sacred monument to her memory, to her sacred memory. Thank you very much.